Or should I really say bonjour and welcome to your first French lesson for this half term. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen so that you can have a little look. And this is what we're going to do today. So, just going to remind us of some of the things we've looked at in our French so far. So can you remember any of the conversations we've had? So we can remember bonjour and ça va. Can we remember what that says or what that means if we said ça va to someone? Is anybody talking to me? Oh, I heard a little voice saying, how are you? Yes, so we've got bonjour and ça va. Remember, we also did comment tu t'appelles, which meant what's your name? And we've got au revoir, goodbye. So these are the conversations that we've done quite a lot of. We're going to have a little practice later on. And we also used to play this game at the start of each lesson. We had a little competition to see who could piece together our puzzle first. And again, that's got all the phrases on to help you with your conversation. So why not have a little pause and have a little conversation with yourself, with a pretend friend, or with even a little teddy. So we might want to say, obviously, bonjour, hello, to start with. Then you might want to go, ça va, how are you? Let's see if we can find, oh, here it is. I'm fine, thank you. Ça va bien, merci. Can we remember what merci meant? Yes, it means thank you. So we were also asking, what is your name? Here we are. This is the phrase for what is your name? Comment tu t'appelles-tu? And then we used to reply, je m'appelle Louise. Je m'appelle George. We also learned, how old are you? So this is the phrase up here. Quel âge as-tu? Quel âge as-tu? And to respond, j'ai 12 ans. I'm 12 years old. Oh, that was such a long time ago. And then au revoir. Oh, we've almost missed one out, haven't we? We talked about where do you live? Où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? J'habite à Paris. J'habite à Derby. So, have a little conversation, just reminding yourself of the phrases that we have learned. So pause the video now and have a little practice. Hopefully you've managed to do that and you've reminded yourself of all those phrases. We also looked at days of the week and months of the year. Okay, so can we remember écouter? That means to listen. Écouter, and we've got my turn, your turn. So if I say it, and then you can say it. So écouter, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. So they were the days of the week. Hopefully you had a little go in your turn. And then we had the months of the year. So we learned how to write the date. And as I've got my little point here, little lady here giving me my reminder. And of course, I didn't know that actually the days of the week and the months don't have a capital letter. So I've written it down here as an example. And also when they write the short date, that's also written the opposite way round. So they have the month first, then the day, and then the year. So that was something totally different. And even for Miss Hersey, that's something I learned. We also had a little look at numbers. So can you remember any of these numbers? So I've got a little task for you to do here. So you can put the date in your book, the French date. You can put the title French as a heading. And I want you to have a go at matching those numbers to the correct words, and all the spellings are down here. So let me show, hopefully, if I can do a different camera, you can have a little look. Oh, is that going to work? Oh, yes, it is. There we are. So I've written today's date. I've got French. To save space in my book, I've got numbers 1 to 10 down here, and I've got 11 to 20 here. So I can pause the video and have a look at those numbers and see if I can match them up. Oh, let me have a little look at that. Oh, I think is 1. I wonder what 2 is. 2. That's right. So I can put that down and I can go through up 20. So pause the video now and have a little go. Okay, so back again. I hope you've managed to do that. And I'm going to show you the answers that you can have a little check. You can pause the video to check to see if you're right, see if you got those spellings correct. And then I thought I'd give you a few games in French today. So you know that we use language angels, or I don't know if you can hear Class Dojo pinging in the background. I'm sorry about that. So we use language angels when we're teaching you French, and you've seen me use it in class, but you've been given special access as a pupil at Wyndham Primary so that you can also access some really fun games. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to go through the slides, and then I will show you with my screen actually what to do. So you've got a username and you've got a password. That's the web address that you need to type in, and it will come up with a screen like this. And we'll have a little look for real in a minute. I'm just going to talk you through this, and I'll do it for real, and then you can pause and have a little go yourself. So we have got a school login because we've been given that. So we need to click this button and we log in the information that's on the previous screen. So if you want to get a pen and a piece of paper, you can jot that down. It will take you to this page. Now there are 3 different levels. We're having a little look at the entry level because we've only been learning French for a short time. So we're going to be looking at the entry level challenge. And if you scroll down, there are various things that you can have a little look at. And there's one called basic vocabulary. When you go into that, it will look like this. So basic vocabulary is what I've chosen, and there are 5 lessons. And all these lessons will remind you of the things that we've done. They cover the numbers, they cover colours, and they cover days of the week. When you go into the lesson, this is the screen that you have. So you might remember this because this is what I use in class, like a little PowerPoint presentation, and you can hear the sound being said in a proper French accent, as opposed to Miss Hurst's English French accent. And you can press next, you can press previous, but there's also some games. So if you go to the Games Arcade button, it will take you to something like this screen. And again, on the less challenge, on the first challenge column, there are lots of things that you can have a little go at as a game. You can scroll down and you can try. So further on down, there was one about les jours, which is days of the week, les mois, which was months of the year, and to just refresh about your numbers. Okay, so now I've talked you through it, and again, you can always go back to the video. I'm going to see if I can share my screen again. So let's stop share and let me see if I can share a different screen. Let's hope it has worked. Language Angels. I wonder if I can share that one. Let me go back to here. The joys of technology. Oh, there it is. The joys of technology. So this is the screen. I've typed in a web address, Language Angels /homeschool. And I've got this page, which is the one that we've seen. If I click on this page, I've then got to put in a different one because this is saved from the one that I use in school. WYNDHA 1097. All these details are on that slide, so you can go back and jot them down. And the password LAHOME. Log in. Fingers crossed it's going to work. Yes, it is. Let's just get rid of that for the moment and that one for the moment. Okay, so hopefully it'll say welcome, pick your lesson, welcome Wymondham Primary Academy. And this is our red levels. We can go down and there's one that says basic vocabulary. Then we've got our pick our lesson. I'm going to go into lesson 1 and I'm going to start my lesson. And then this is the slideshow, the PowerPoint that you can get. And let me see if this will work. If I put sound share computer sound, let's see if we can hear.
1,
I'm going to do next.
2, 3,
Now, I hope you can hear that. I'm only going to do 3 and hopefully you have heard that. But you'll be able to do that yourself when you're on that screen. But let's go to the Games Arcade. So the Games Arcade, and it will ask you whether you're on a computer, desktop or laptop, or on a tablet. So you can choose. So I'm on a computer at the moment at school. I'm choosing my French. And here we have all the games that you can play. So I'm going to go down for this, the first column. So there's lots of things that you can have a little investigate at. You can have a little play at. So if I go down, days of the week, I'm going to pick that one. So there are, sometimes there's games on every section. It just depends on what you want to look at. So then you would click on the purple ones. Okay. And if I just go back, let's see if numbers, so numbers has got lots of different games. You can see there's lots more purple tabs here. Okay. So that's what you can have a little play at and have a little investigate for this lesson. So let me stop that share for there. Oh, hello again. And let's see if I can go back to my other screen. Share, hopefully. So we're back on that one. So you've just seen me go through. That's the web address and the username and password. So if you want to pause the video now and just jot those down so that you've got them on a piece of paper ready for you to find a new web page. Hopefully you've got onto some of the games that you can have a little investigate, maybe have a little look at something new. So that's what you're going to do for today's lesson. Okay, and I shall see you next week. Au revoir.